Do you feel best when you set goals for yourself? Don't you love that feeling of achieving a goal you've worked really hard to reach? Some people live their lives as if they won't be happy unless they achieve that goal, like buy that house, lose that weight, get that job, or have that relationship. When it comes to challenges with food and excess weight, is it true that you have to wait on happiness until you overcome your challenges with food? In this video, I would like to propose a different way of viewing goals and eating behaviors from a values lens and how that can keep you motivated and consistently moving in the direction you want your life to go. It's not as if setting goals is wrong. In fact, it can be really powerful in your life. How would you like to have something that will give you satisfaction and direction on the way to achieving your goals, even if sometimes you don't achieve them, and still feel accomplished? Hey friends, I'm Christina and I'm a nutrition coach, and on this channel we talk about overcoming emotional eating challenges and developing lean eating skills without restrictive diets or calorie counting while keeping the fun in life. I think having goals we are working towards is great, but sometimes when my goals become my focus, I miss out on the journey of what it takes to get there. When I view life in terms of outcomes, I can miss out on stopping to smell the roses. Author Russ Harris gives this example. Two people are taking a road trip to Disney World. One person, we will call our goal-oriented person, is wondering, are we there yet? And is focused only on the outcome of arriving at Disney World. This is what excites them, and they almost have tunnel vision about it, which, if you've ever been to Disney as an adult, I can totally understand why anyone would feel this way. It's amazing. The other person is our values-oriented person. They are also excited about getting to Disney World, but as they drive down the East Coast, they notice all the bizarre billboards in the state of Georgia and the other people in their cars on the highway and the landscape of the drive. They are taking the journey with curiosity and looking out of the window as they make their way to the destination. Did you catch that? Let me put it this way. Values are a direction. A goal is a possible or optional destination. People like to focus on goals and destinations, don't they? I mean, heck, I'm one of those people, right? So how can we work towards a destination but keep an eye on the direction and journey on the way there? Values are helpful in formulating goals because they help you know if you are moving towards or away from being the kind of person you want to be. Goals without values are like chocolate chip cookies without chocolate chips. I guess it's still a cookie, but maybe we missed the point if there's no chocolate, right? Now let's apply this to eating skills. Let's say I've been dealing with excess weight from emotional eating for a long time, and I'm just ready to be done with it. I want to overcome this problem, I want to lose that weight, and I've already imagined my life without those challenges, and I just want to get there already. I'm tired of struggling with this, and I'm willing to do what it takes, but I'm just going through the motions and wishing the future to get here faster. Have you ever been there? Now, if I approach that from a values mindset, I still have an eye on my goals, but I choose behaviors based on what type of person I want to be rather than this destination of zero challenges with food. I am realizing how many skills I'm getting to learn along the way. I've discovered different strategies to emotionally regulate without food. I find myself not needing to use food for pleasure or comfort anymore because I've started including other things that give me joy. I've also started practicing mindfulness and awareness with my food. I know that I'm well on my way to achieving the goal of overcoming my eating challenges and reaching my natural weight in time. But on my way there, I've taken a journey of self-discovery that has been wonderful and eye-opening. Can you see the difference? I think it is worth getting really clear on your values. Asking yourself things like, what's truly important to me in life? What are my values around eating? What does it look like to work on behaviors to support these values on a fairly low stress week? What about a super busy high stress week? Hint, it probably will be different than on a low stress week, right? There are great lists available online of values words to take from, which can be a great starting point. I recommend starting with 2 or 3 and going from there. In working with my one-on-one clients, we often talk about making food decisions that align with our values. But what does it really mean? Let me give you an example. Say you tend to overeat and feel uncomfortable after meals, especially dinner, and especially after a long, hard, stressful week at your job. You think through your values and say, I want to be balanced, conscientious, and peaceful with my eating. What behaviors might that look like here? Balance could be setting up your plate with balanced foods like veggies, protein, carbs, and fat. If you want to be peaceful, maybe it looks like doing some deep breathing and checking in with your body before sitting down to eat. You could put your fork down a few times during the meal to ensure you're eating slowly and mindfully. You can swish the food around in your mouth to really taste it. You can check in halfway through the meal to see that you don't eat past satisfied and feel uncomfortably full. At first, it might be a little more checking in with things as you eat, but as you practice it more, it will feel more natural. You can always use this question of, is this behavior of scarfing down my meal, for example, in just a few minutes, is this in line with the value of being peaceful and conscientious? If the answer is no, what else could I try? Maybe try eating more slowly. So I like that question as a test for certain things as you check in with yourself, or even as a reflection at the end of the day. You can test your behaviors and actions based on the filter of your values. Is this moving me in the direction of my values? In a values-focused life, we have the fulfillment and satisfaction of living our values every step of the way towards our goals. The satisfaction of achieving the goals and the fulfillment that comes from living our values even when we don't achieve our goals. When it comes to overcoming emotional or binge eating or weight loss, clarifying your values can help as you move towards becoming the kind of person you want to be. When you clarify your values, it can help you make decisions about the food habits and skills that you want to practice. Diets become less appealing, and the thought of eating full, well-balanced meals over snacking, learning to utilize other coping mechanisms instead of or before going to food, adding fruits and vegetables to meals, tuning into your hunger signals. These are all things you can feel really good about doing. They fit your values, and they just so happen to be the things that can aid in making your relationship to food healthier and move you towards your body's natural weight. If you're ready to think through what some of your values are, Brene Brown has an awesome worksheet to identify and operationalize your values that I have linked in the description. And hey, guess what? Your values might change slightly over the months and years after you get clearer on them. That's great. I would love to hear what values you want to define your life and what behaviors you may want to try to support those values. Leave a comment below with some of yours. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time.